Okay guys, so this is something super exciting. I just got it in the mail. You guys already know what it is. But I'm really excited because I wasn't sure. Part of this video is going to be a review. Definitely the whole thing's going to be a review, but part of it's going to be just testing things and seeing if Firefly, this company, A, which I now know they're real because this was delivered, and B, seeing if they're real, and nice. I heard the strings underneath it. But seeing what the quality is like. This guitar was $200 and $227 shipped. So kind of cool. It was a weird website I had to go to. I had to go to Guitars Garden, but we're gonna open this thing up and I'll kind of do a little like unboxing review. Okay, so it came out of the box in this big cardboard thing. I just cut the edges and let's reveal it together. Oh man, this looks way cooler than I thought. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Dang. Yes, and this is more black than I thought it would be. Online it looked pretty gray, but in person it's like a matte, dark gray black. Dang, and these pickups are black too. I thought they were chrome. Sweet. Well, I'll be getting into this. I'm going to unbox it here. Looks like it comes with a cable, typical cable, and Allen wrench. So, yeah, we'll get into it. Look at that. The Elite Firefly. Sweet. Yeah, let's get into this. Okay, so here it is. Out of the box, at least, and in my lap. And let me tell you, the first impressions are, wow, this is a comfortable guitar to hold. It has a, this is the reason why I got it, was this belly cut here and the shaping of the neck joint into one seamless feel. And the overall feel, the front is like a wooden texture, has a wooden texture to it, but it's kind of sweet. It's almost exactly what I was going for in my Strat that I made, where you could see the texture but of the wood grain, but you still get the deep matte black. Kind of hard to see on camera. Maybe you can see some of it there, but looks way better in person than on the camera. Wow. The back has a matting done to it all the way up the neck to the headstock to the Grover knockoff style tuners. This is exciting. Cool. It's got a bone nut here, and it has rolled fretboard edges. So let's see if I can show you. Yeah, so you should be able to see that they are kind of rolled. But very cool. I'm excited to plug this thing in, see how it sounds. I know that the pickups on these are not like the most amazing thing ever. I knew that going in. But what I was really interested in was these are supposed to be stainless steel frets that are rolled. And I mean, it feels incredible going up and down this fretboard. And the bone nut. And what else? I'll have to look at what the other specs are. But I'm just impressed. This is super cool. I cannot believe this was a $200 guitar. And that is like so cool. So sick. These are plastic right here. These pickup rings. But that's totally fine. And then, yeah, I just really like the texturing of it all. The binding is cool. And this belly cut here is just incredible. Nice. Super out of tune. But, cool. I'm going to tune this up, play around with it, and then I'll give you some of my thoughts and let you hear it with these pickups in it. I plan to put a Nazgul and a Sentient in it, Seymour Duncan's, so maybe I'll do a little before and after. Hey, so this is the review portion of the guitar. So I have just some pros and cons for you. yeah, I got this guitar for $200 was the price, but it was really $227 shipped to me here in the USA. And first and foremost, I'll say that I am very satisfied with this guitar. Very cool guitar for what it is and for how much it is. Probably my biggest thing is I'll go through my pros and cons list and recommend who this guitar is for. So I'll go through cons first, and then I'll hit pros at the end. But the cons are there is ground noise. There's a lot of humming and ground noise that's going on. And it seems to be something with this bridge, because when I put my hands on the strings, it quiets up. So maybe this bridge just isn't grounded properly. I'll have to go look at that. That's pretty annoying, but I did plan on modding this guitar. So we'll get to that later, but yeah, it doesn't bother me that much personally, but a beginner could get annoyed with this. The volume knobs are not great. They're doable. They're not great. So like if I do, there it is. And so like I really only have, and now I'm pretty much at full. It doesn't, there. So you kind of saw how long it takes to turn the volume up or down. All the pots are the same, so they all kind of do that, even the tone knobs. So you're really only using like a small part of the potentiometer. So I plan on swapping these out. And I also plan on split coiling this. So yada yada. That's all fun and dandy and whatnot. Another thing I'll say, and this is kind of like nitpicky a little bit, but the fingerboard is pretty dry and dusty up at the top here where they put the bone nut in. So I plan to clean all that off and get that squared away. The frets feel a little scratchy. I know that it says that they're stainless steel frets. Don't know if you can hear that or not, but pretty scratchy. And you can really hear that when playing without it on. But let's see if you go to like a cleaner settings. You don't really hear the scratchiness per se, but it does obviously trigger the note to make sound that you're pressing on. So something to think about. The intonation on this guitar is not set properly either. So whenever I go, let's see. So yeah, if I'm playing something like the C here, and then I go to play the C here, it's not 100% intonated, and it's mostly like the A and the E string, so I'll probably fix that. Alright, so as I'm intonating this guitar, I found that these top three strings here don't want to intonate, so I was taking this off to spin it around to put it in here like that, as opposed to that, because I know on some Epiphones I've played and other Les Pauls they have it turned around to get a further spacing. But I also noticed this, which I thought was interesting, that has some metal in it, and if you look really closely, you can actually see the string was making an indent in it. So something to consider. I already ordered a replacement roller style bridge, so that's going to be going on in my mod video where I mod this guitar, but something to consider doing whenever you change this out. And then I do have like, let's see. That fretted note buzz. So it's probably just the bridge needs to go up a little bit, but something to consider. And now onto the pros. The price, incredible. Hard to find a guitar with a neck through style cutout and a comfort cut here. So something really nice about this. I just love those comfort cuts. It made this guitar a for sure sell, along with the stainless steel frets, the bone nut. It's really hard to beat this price for what you get. The tuners are in great shape. Like, I actually think they're really smooth in terms of action. They feel really nice. It's got a really nice matted finish on it. So like this top part is not the same type of finish as the neck and the rest of the body, but it looks cool. It feels cohesive, and it has, like, you can see more of the wood to it. It almost is like they stain this wood and then put like a little protective covering or coating on top of it. I like it. I think it looks great. And then it's let's see, there's not a lot of fret buzz in the higher ones. So that's pretty nice. It came set up with low action, which I did like. Although I was getting some fret buzz, so I don't know if I'll be able to keep it. But I did like that it came with lower action. And yeah, it's just honestly a great start for a modding platform for a guitar. So if you wanted to get into modding a guitar and you wanted a nice solid Les Paul style guitar without having to buy an Epiphone or anything like that, and you didn't want to go below that, then think about this. Like these Firefly guitars, especially this one. I looked on Firefly's website. I don't think they have this style anymore, but they do have other ones. And if they ever have this one with the same comfort cuts again, I'd recommend getting it. Just because it's incredible. I will put some Seymour Duncans in here, and go through and probably, like I said, put a new bridge in here for drop tuning, and change out the pots and do some maybe like a kill pot, and maybe some other stuff like some split coils and stuff like that. So overall, this is a very cool guitar. I'm very excited for it. I really love the way it looks, and I bought it because of the way it looks. The body itself, the fact that it's got a bone nut, stainless steel frets, is in the neck through construction with comfort cuts, is really why I bought this guitar. The rest of the electronics and action and stuff is things that I can fix up on my own. I don't have to do any fret work to this. The frets feel incredible. They're all rounded and bald. You can actually see them all being, like, the ends are bald. And so the only fretwork I'll have to do is polishing these frets one more time. Because they look polished, but they're just not polished enough. I'm going to kind of start modding this guitar and tear into it and show what I want to do with this guitar, and maybe give you some ideas with your own Les Paul or a Les Paul that you want to do, or get a Firefly Les Paul. But mostly I did this because I wanted to see if the Guitars Garden website that I bought this from was legitimate. I have a friend who had a Firefly, and I think he bought it online as well. So I've seen them floating around, but they go for more than what they sell on the website, which sketched me out when buying it brand new. But it came. I didn't tell them that I have a YouTube channel or anything. I just bought this cold as a customer, a no-name customer kind of a thing. So it shipped to my house in a reasonable amount of time. It was about a week, and I'm very grateful for it. It's a sweet guitar. I'm excited to get playing with it and messing around with it. I plan on putting in new pickups, new pots, checking the ground issue here with strings, and copper taping the inside, because I don't think there's any shielding. And you'll probably see it whenever I open up the guitar, but I don't think there's any shielding in the guitar. All right, overall, I'm really excited for this guitar. I'm thankful that I got it. Really cool looking guitar in terms of metal. Looks to it with the kind of like matted out grayish black body. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm glad I got it, and I would recommend this to someone. Even if they were a beginner, I would just tell them that get the guitar and then expect to take it to like Guitar Center or a guitar shop and have a tech kind of go through it real fast and adjust the action on it. And check for grounding issues and stuff like that. Obviously, if it were me, like if they were my friend, I would tell them to just bring it to me and I'd do all that stuff for them. But if not, then it's like buying the guitar new. $200 for a brand new guitar is great. $250 for a guitar this size, in this setup, just like taking it that $50 extra to take it to a guitar tech to have them kind of like get the action set on it so there's no buzzing. Totally worth it in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, I don't even think it'd be that much. You could honestly, the nice thing about this being $200 is you could buy it and do it yourself. But if you're a complete beginner, that's obviously intimidating because you don't even know how to play the instrument. So as an intermediate or someone who wants to get into modding, this is like 100% a recommendation. Just because it's such a solid body to work off of. I didn't put a lot into it money-wise. And then putting nicer parts into this guitar is only going to up the want for me to play it and keep it and keep using it and stuff like that. So it's a really cool guitar that's going to fit my style, and I'm excited for the customizations that I get to do to this soon. So stay tuned, and yeah, I'll show you that shortly.